Writers of nonfiction all about books must find the answers to their questions. But how do they do this? Some writers already use what they know, but a true all about book contains research. Writers of informative texts begin with educating themselves. Research is true information that you can find from different places or resources. Looking in a book, asking an expert, observing your topic. Just like the nonfiction authors we've been studying, you will collect research in order to give your readers true information about your topics. Let's read Steve's book, Move, and learn about all the animals and how they move in their environments. Now, I want you to pay special attention to the action words. Those words that explain movement. Those are called verbs. These words can often be acted out. You can try it as you read along. The title of this book is Move. The author is Steve Jenkins, and the illustrator is Robin Page. Move. Animals move in different ways. A gibbon swings through jungle trees. Swing. Or walks on two back legs. Walk. Walk. A jacana walks on floating lily pads. Then dives in to catch a fish. Dive. A blue whale dives deep, deep, deep. Swim and swims below the ocean waves. An armadillo swims across the stream. And when startled, leaps straight up. A crocodile leaps to snag its meal after slithering silently into the water. Slither. A snake slithers through rustling leaves and climbs up into a tree. Climb. A praying mantis climbs a blade of grass. And then spreads its wings and flies. Fly. A roadrunner flies, but not too far. Run! It would rather run to catch its prey. An Arctic hare runs across the ground, then dances, tumbling with its mate. A jumping spider dances to impress. Dance. Then floats away on a thread of silk. Floats. A polar bear floats in dark, icy water and slides down a snow-covered hill. Slide. A penguin slides, splash into the sea. And waddles with its colony. Waddle. Waddle, slide, float, dance, run, fly, climb, slither, leap, swim, dive, walk, swing, move. How about you? Wow, I can't believe how much we learned about the way animals move in their habitats. Steve collected a lot of research to give us this information. He included some of his research on the last 2 pages of his book. Let's take a look at these extra fact pages. White-cheeked gibbons are acrobatic animals that spend their lives in the treetops. Gibbons travel by swinging from branch to branch, sometimes covering more than 30 feet, 9 meters, with a single swing. On the ground, they can stand upright and walk on their back legs. Gibbons are found in the jungles of Southeast Asia, where they eat plants, insects, and birds' eggs. A large gibbon weighs about 15 pounds, 7 kilograms. I'm sure you noticed there's a ton of information about all those animals on the extra facts page. It's important to note that the verbs, those movement words, and the environments that Steve writes about in his book comes directly from the research in the back of the book. Authors like Steve do a lot of research when writing their nonfiction all-about books. They might read other books on the topic, search for information on the computer, talk to experts, or go to places to observe their topic and gather information. They research their topics to learn more, and then they teach us. What type of research do you think that Steve did to write Move?
This is a book about how animals move. Every animal in the book moves 2 ways. This animal was picked because he represents leaping and slithering. I have a lot of images here from the internet and from books showing how crocodiles leap out of the water. before I even do the sketch, I pick out the paper that I think I'm going to use. Sometimes I can use both sides. So if the crocodile's belly is supposed to be lighter, I could use the back. So finding the right photographs is actually a big part of doing the illustration, finding the right reference. So these lines that I'm drawing, a lot of them represent where the edges of different pieces of paper are going to be. I can use these as a template for cutting out the pieces of paper I'll cut right through the Xerox. So that gives us an idea of how he'll look. I'm cutting everything with an X-Acto knife. Sometimes I tear the paper if I want it to look furry or hairy or soft. The teeth that go in his upper jaw, and I have to get paper for that. And then I'll have to do the inside of his mouth, which is going to be dark red color. When the illustration's finished, we scan it in on a flatbed scanner and combine it with text and print out a color proof, which is the first time that we can see what the illustration is going to look like on the page of the book.
Sometimes authors even tell readers where they got their research by dedicating their book to the people and places that help them find their answers, or by writing a special thanks. Just like the authors we've been studying, you will collect research in order to give your readers true information about your topics.